Just as you're approaching spring, you're starting to think to yourself, how can I best use the space that I've got, and is there room for improvement on anything that maybe you did last year? So I tend to experiment with a few bits and bobs and see if there's any way that I can use vertical space more than I did the year before. We have a couple examples of that as well. For example, this is the planter that we built the other day, and it's taking up 2 feet of space on the floor, but it's got a height of 6 feet, so perfect for growing things up like beans, peas and cucumbers. So it's just one example of using a small area and utilising it vertically. Another thing that we did, which was last year, was convert this pallet just by putting wood on the bottoms and then filling it up with compost. Once we get into spring, we usually fill that with pansies and violas, and when it's all in flower it looks very decorative. So that's a free pallet that we got from Facebook that's been converted into a useful planting area, and although it may be long, obviously it's only narrow. So again, you can put that against a wall, fix it to the wall, and you've got a nice decoration without using up a lot of your precious space. Also, wherever I can, I'll use the pallets to make planters that I can fix to the wall, so we can put plants in there that can grow down, like vining plants, ivy, things like that. And they're basically costing you nothing to do. We also made that a couple of days ago as well, which is just a small tub that we can grow petit pois peas up, and it's only taking up the amount of space which is the diameter of the bucket. And then all our planters, and these were all made by me last year and they were free. These were pallets that were stripped, and we just measured the wood, screwed them together, and we've got all these, I think 14 in total we've got so far, of these basically free wooden planters. You could also stack them on top of each other like that and just let strawberries grow out through the gap if you wanted to do that. So again, you could get more height, more plants in, and trail them from the outside. Wherever possible, I'll use space in the greenhouse. We have these fixtures across the top of the greenhouse, which is just strengtheners basically, but they're a perfect place to put hanging baskets, especially if you've got things like these which have got lettuces and things like that in. They're off the ground, no slugs are going to get to them up there, and because they're pinned where they are, that is the hottest part of the greenhouse. So that's another good one, and these run all the way along, so you could probably put about 10 baskets up there quite easily. So then we've got this, which is an old small step ladder that we found at a car boot. It was only a couple of pounds to buy, but it's made a really nice planter. And again, it's a vertical space, and basically all we did was make these little boxes, again out of old pallet wood, and fix them where the steps should go. So now we've got 5 spare boxes vertically to plant in. And you can put shallow rooted plants in there like lettuce, you could put onions in there, you could put strawberries in there and let them grow down the outside, which, as you can see, I did that last year. So we had strawberries growing in the top, we had lettuce, 2 different types of lettuce in those boxes, and then something else in the bottom. So when you look at things, they don't always strike you as being suitable to grow things in, but you'd be surprised at what you can actually get hold of really cheap and convert and make into something that's feasible for you to do vertical gardening in. Another really good use for the pallets is attaching legs to the bottom, and you can make yourself some really strong tables just for putting your plants on while you're waiting for them to grow. So that was just a quick video just to show a few things I have around the garden that we've utilised, and mainly we've got for virtually free and made them work, even though we have quite a large garden here. But it doesn't mean that we still don't want to utilise as much space as we possibly can. So something like that could work for you. So if you go to like car boots and places like that, or you see things on Marketplace and Facebook, don't look at them and dismiss them as not really suitable for using in a garden as planters, because you'd be very surprised at what you can actually adapt for next to nothing. Anyway, thank you for watching this quick video, and take care, and I'll see you next time.